It's like a Kingdom Come. If I'll kind of name drop that. But let me just say this.
You read it?
You know, huh?
We're back for a new video. It's me, Omid. Someone do it!
It's me, Alvan.
Someone
Alvan,
do
it's
it!
you.
It's me, Alvan.
Be polite, you can go.
It's me,
How's it going,
Alvan.
guys? It's me, Amir.
Yeah.
We got Amir and Alvan doing a generational fumble on this channel. And speaking of generational fumbles, we got a new trailer to talk about today. James Gunn's Superman. No, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. It actually was a great trailer. Superman official trailer number 1 dropped, I believe, a couple of days ago. And we're here to discuss it because I think we're, less than 2 months out from the new Superman movie. And I am very happy to say this trailer showed a lot of Superman. And spoiler alert, I think it knocked it out of the park. It was a great trailer. David Cornsweet, Rachel Brosnahan's dynamic as Lois and Clark was truly great. And I was telling these guys, it was truly awesome to see marketing for this movie not focused on crypto, but more so the lead character, Superman. What were your guys' thoughts on this trailer? Did it work for you guys?
Oh, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so I actually didn't watch the trailer until you guys told me to because I was like, I'm already going to watch it anyways. I don't need convincing, but I'm glad
So it wasn't a lack of knowledge. Like, you knew it came out, you just actively decided to avoid it.
Yeah, just because,
Okay.
like, I knew that we were going to watch it. I knew that it's part of the channel. Like, it's ingrained. We're going to watch a new superhero movie. It's the birth of this new universe. So I didn't feel the need to go out of my way to watch it in a timely fashion. But I think after you guys told me, check it out, I want to see your thoughts. I'm glad that I did because I think that this movie seems very fun. And I think that James Gunn is bringing something, like, it just seems like it's pure Superman, I feel like, and I'm kind of excited about that aspect of it where, like, we've been missing this in comic book movies for a long time, right?
It's like a Kingdom Come, if I'll kind of name drop that. But let me just say this.
Have you read it?
You know, huh?
Have you read Kingdom Come?
I have not read Kingdom Come, but
How
I've
is
seen
it like
some
Kingdom
pictures.
Come?
I've seen some pictures. I've seen
How
you
is
read
it
it.
like Kingdom Come besides they took the label?
It's the idea of the logo and him returning back to his kingdom, I meant. It's like him returning to the superhero franchise.
Oh.
Don't cringe at me, Alvan. But let me say this. Let me say this. Hear me out. I recently rewatched Man of Steel, and I do not want to make this a Snyder hit piece. I don't want to make it a Snyder hit piece. But let me just say this. It was refreshing to see Superman treated as a human. It was great to see Superman at the core of it, wanting to be a good person, wanting to be a hero for the unspoken. Guard Job is great. Guard Job is great.
She
But I'll
don't
say,
like what you said.
watch-
She don't like what you said.
She likes it. Let me cook.
Yeah.
I finished watching Man of Steel because I haven't seen that in years. So I finished it this week. And I thought it was such an interesting take. I don't think it was necessarily the right way to do it, but Zack Snyder was so interested in treating Superman as an alien and such a foreign character, like a foreign figure, that everyone was always kept at a distance for Superman. And you only got certain glimpses of his humanity through the flashbacks. So I think that was a big issue why Henry Cavill didn't really get to really flourish as the character, because we didn't get to see the humanity of it. But in this trailer, they kick the door down and they say Superman wants to save lives regardless of who they are. And, like, there's a moment when he starts really kind of, like, getting flustered from the interview from Miss Lane, and she's like, oh, I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Like, you know, it definitely seems like they've been together for a while, and she's like, hey, don't, like, get back into it. Like,
Stay on topic.
Yeah, control yourself. Like, that was great. So, because I think he said something like, oh, wow, you're really going to go there, or something along the lines of him taking this personally because she didn't give him, like, the softball questions, or I thought that was great. And the only thought that I did have, because I liked the first trailer a little bit more, but they really showed a lot. Like, I was surprised the engineer was still in this. Like, I thought we all kind of agreed that the Authority was, like, done. So I'm surprised to see the engineer is still in this. I don't know if they're going to be like killed off by the end of this because we just haven't seen any news on the Authority. But, there's just so many characters in this movie that it was just interesting. It's surprising.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we've said this before is in the past few trailers, I think everything that's been Superman has had me pretty happy. I think this one did a great job. I think my favorite line in this trailer was when Lois is like, "Oh, you're going to these countries, saving these people uninvited, and you're representing America." He's like, "I'm not representing anybody. All I'm representing is saving people and doing good." And I'm like, that is Superman. That to me is awesome. Where he's not doing this for any politics or he doesn't care about the optics of it. He's there to save people. And as to name drop a little bit, in Kingdom Come, that story is about why Superman is the greatest superhero.
I said, baby.
And this movie has the chance to be a generational superhero movie, Superman movie, because in the last few years we've been in a drought of good movies. And seeing this, I'm like, all right, it understands what it means to be a hero and the kind of wonder and hope that heroes should instill in the audience. That I think David Cornswet has done a great job. As much as I love Man of Steel, BVS, and the Snyder Cut, I think this movie has something very special about it. The only thing that does scare me is the sheer amount of characters. We have Superman, Lois, Jimmy Olsen, Perry, Engineer, Lex Luthor, Hammer of Broravia, Ultraman, Green Lantern, Squirrel Green Lantern, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific.
Hawkman's not in this. Hawkman's not in this.
I said Hawkgirl. I didn't put an extra finger.
Okay.
I put Mr. Terrific, Maxwell Lord, who I think is played by Sean Gunn, his third character in this fucking universe.
Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo from Creature
Commander.
Commanders.
Frank Grillo. I don't even know if I said Lex Luthor. There are like 20 plus characters. Ma and Pa Kent, Crypto.
Wait a minute. You're just naming characters.
There are so many characters in this goddamn film that scares me. Everything about Superman and Lois is great. I am actually not sold on Lex Luthor. I think I need to see more of him. He is giving kind of like rich boy vibes. I feel like he's not really intimidating. I think Lex Luthor should be more on the intimidating and conniving rather than like. Because I mean, this can be a hot take, but I feel like it's giving similar vibes to Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, where it's like trust fund kid, because he's like just complaining and just yelling the trailer. He hasn't really done anything philosophical, anything anything that transcends the medium quite like Jesse Eisenberg. So we had to wait and see.
Wait. Let me ask you. So are you comparing him to Jesse Eisenberg as an insult? He's not?
I'm doing it as an insult.
Doing Jesse Eisenberg, but then you didn't transcend superheroes like Jesse Eisenberg?
Because I'm thinking, when I think lowbrow, like a lot of these fans, or the Superman
the
fans. No, because the Snyders love Jesse Eisenberg. He's a great Lex Luthor, but the mainstream audience that hates the movie doesn't like Lex Luthor because he doesn't look like the comic book variant. So I'm really curious to see why people are loving Nicholas Hoult when he's giving the same vibes as Jesse Eisenberg. To me, it reeks of hypocrisy. Giving the same vibes. It reeks of hypocrisy. Because, again, we can't have 5 Justice League members.
Alvan, jump in.
We can't have 5 Justice League members, but we can have 30 goddamn characters.
The fact that Nicholas Hoult is bald already makes his portrayal of Lex Luthor infinitely better than Jesse Eisenberg.
You're a joke! You're a joke!
No. No. Trust me. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We wait 2 months, baby. It was 2 months.
I know.
Right.
Let me say this. We still don't know the plot, and that was one thing that I was seeing online from some YouTubers that I really respect and love their content. And in particular, it was like Nando Cut. And he was saying that the trailer did kind of worry him in the sense of we don't know what like the overall story is aside from Superman just saving the day and Lex Luthor trying to make his life miserable. Versus like with Fantastic Four, and we were just talking about it, but the story in the trailer is pretty cut and dry. They are the first family of superheroes, and there is an impending doom coming from Galactus. Like, you don't need to know any more than that, versus I think with this trailer, I mean, there's just so much going on. Like, is Lex Luthor the president, or are these like the government trying to stop him? Is this Superman versus America or the government? I don't know, but I'm hoping, because I don't know if we should avoid trailer 2, because I'm guessing, or I've heard people say that usually trailer 2 is for movies spoiled too much as like a last ditch effort in order to get more people in seats. Because I feel like they've already shown a lot where I'm like, hopefully they're not spoiling too much. But yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I guess we don't know what the plot is, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I probably will not watch the second trailer. Again, I watched this trailer because you guys told me to watch it. I probably wouldn't have watched this trailer if I didn't hear that it was good or not. I don't know. I don't really have any big thoughts or theories about the story or the movie. It seems like it'll be like a good movie. I feel like, based off of what I've seen, I think I'll enjoy it. David Corenswet looks good, but I think it just looks kind of cheap, maybe.
Movie or the costume?
Like the gray kind of, how it looks kind of washed out, the movie?
It just looks like, I don't know, the colors are very vibrant, but also it's like, I don't know. I really don't know. Forget what I said. I'm stupid.
Are you saying the costume, or are you talking about just the movie in general?
The movie in general.
Really?
Kind of.
The costume doesn't look great. I will say that. The costume does not look good.
Cheap? It looks better than the MCU. CGI is better too.
Yeah, forget what I said then. I don't know what I'm talking about. I saw this trailer and I was like, yeah, it's good. It's all right.
I mean, there's a lot of theories going on, because I don't want to make the video too long, but let me just throw this out to you guys. I saw one theory online about the Hammer of Baravia, and people are comparing the logo of that armor to Nuclear Man from Superman 4, and I guess he's in the comics as well. So people are saying that what if James Gunn is going to try to make that character work? I don't know. That'd be interesting. Because if one thing would be kind of cool, because I really want to see Superman kind of have not like a dark ending, but like a moment where he gets to kind of have a sincere goodbye with like the villain. Because I don't think Superman ever should have like an ill will towards someone that is like doing bad. So like if we're seeing that Lex Luthor is turning either if Ultraman is a version of Bizarro and they're decaying by the end of the movie, kind of just having a moment where it's like Superman and the villain in space as they're getting ready to detonate, as Superman kind of saves the planet from this impending explosion. It'd be kind of nice to see like Superman and the villain have this like sincere moment of like a heart-to-heart of the villain finally seeing warmth through the person that is essentially ending their life. That'd be really cool to see. Because I really do think David Corenswet has the potential to be the best actor to play Superman. Because to finishing Man of Steel again, and then we were rewatching Superman Returns yesterday. I think David Corenswet has the chance to actually be the greatest of all time for Superman. Yeah.
A possibility. Anything is a possibility. And I actually do think there is a high chance that he can be the best. It just comes down to, I think, the writing. From this trailer, yes. I'm sold on his acting. I'm sold on his physicality. Seeing him as Clark, I was like, all right, he's big. That's another check box for me. Lois and him have chemistry. That's another check box for me. The costume, I'm not a fan of. We had to just see how much.
It did grow on me. I think it looks better in this trailer. I think it actually looks good.
It does look better in motion. I will give it that. I'm still not a fan of the collar, but it is passable. It's not a terrible costume. I think we've seen a lot of shittier ones from the MCU. I just do think it's a downgrade from the Snyderverse. I think it's hard to deny that. But, I mean, we'll give it a fair chance. I'm excited to see more of Lex Luthor because I think after this, our next movie is going to be Supergirl. So it'll be really interesting to kind of see how this ties into that because me and Alvan read the book. We both know Crypto is in that book, and they play a pretty big role. So it'd be kind of interesting to see if there's an end credit scene of Kara, however they may tie it. The only thing that just has us, I think, all kind of cautious is just the sheer amount of characters, how they will all be fit in. And, I mean, I think we're all pretty excited. I think July or June or whenever this comes out, we're gonna be eating well this summer. And I personally hope this is. I think we all hope. I hope this is the slam dunk that it needs to be to kick off this DC universe, because I think just for a while DC has been kind of in the shitter, and especially what I want to kind of know, like before we close out, if you guys kind of have the same ear that I do for these DCU projects that are being announced, that just the sheer amount that are saying they're being written by James Gunn, to me, I wonder two questions. This Peacemaker, and he said he had a new mysterious project that he was writing. Like, even when this was being shot, he was working on Creature Commandos. That I want to know, there's two quick questions I'll ask you guys. What do you guys think the general audience is going to feel if everything is kind of written by one person? Does that make it feel too homogenous? And I've been saying this before. I think just due to law of averages, if he's writing so many things, he worked just a couple years ago on Guardians 3, Creature Commandos, this Peacemaker 2, Superman, and then now he's working on another project. Law of averages, something's going to have to take the brunt of it. That there's no way he's going to keep having.
We've seen that already, because I know you're saying, like, oh, what if Superman is the moment the dam breaks, and, like, this is the one where his workaholic behavior essentially takes a toll. I think what we're seeing is, like, James Gunn is a consistent writer. I think that it's consistently hitting, like, 7s and 8s. But I think Superman is going to be the first time where he's, like, truly locking in, aside from, like, Guardians 1 and Guardians 3. But, like, Creature Commandos, I think for the most part, everyone said, oh, it's a fun time, but it's not, like, an essential watch. It's not, like, one of the best superhero animated shows from a long time. So I don't think it's, like, every single time he's been giving it his all. So I think for Superman, he's truly putting everything he has, versus, like, Peacemaker 1, it's good. It's a 7.5. It's fun. But I think when he locks in, he truly locks in. So I think for when it comes to the movies, because I think there's no one that understands how important this movie is and how much it needs to work more than James Gunn. James Gunn is probably extremely pressured and stressed about, like, oh, this is the official launch of DC, and I'm guessing probably you guys have seen this with your coworkers and your friends, of the reputation that DC has right now is just so weak. Aside from Batman, no one really cares about DC for the core general audience. So I think for Superman in particular, he is giving it his all. He's not going to phone anything in when it comes to Superman or whatever future movie he's doing. So I'm not worried about his work ethic, because I think he constantly is consistent. So yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah, no, I think I completely agree with Amir where he kind of hit the nail on the head. James Gunn is a self-professed workaholic, right? So I think that he needs this machine in order to thrive. Where if you take away this machine, then it's kind of like you're not letting him kind of do his thing. I am not too worried about, like, the writing or the story. I have faith in James Gunn, and I think that he will deliver as best as he could a good Superman. Is Omid frozen?
I think so. On my screen, he's frozen.
Oh, he left.
Oh, shit.
We lost him.
Shit.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Welcome back, Omid.
Hey, are you back, buddy?
Yeah, what was Alvan saying?
What? So, I agree with Amir.
He's saying how much you like this over Zack Snyder.
No, I did not really say that. I did not. You take a look at the recording later.
Okay.
But I think that, yeah, Amir hit the nail on the head. James Gunn is a self-professed workaholic, and he knows what he's doing. I have full, I trust him fully. That's funny. Your Garchomp, she's funny. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I think that I don't think that it's going to be too homogenous, because we still have these projects in between. But to me, when there's a James Gunn kind of written story, to me that screams like essential, because it's the guy who he's the CEO, he's creating this story. It seems like you need to kind of like pay attention to those projects more than like these other projects. So that's what it seems to me. Yeah.
So, like, you think Peacemaker 2 would be an essential watch?
In the long run, probably, because it seems like he's gonna be putting his brother in a lot of stuff, John Cena in a lot of stuff. He's gonna keep these people employed for a long time. So
I believe his wife was in it too.
yeah, so I think
She's in the first season.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think
So I guess that's how characters usually work.
yeah, to me,
Well, they didn't carry over Harley or any of the other Suicide Squad, but Alvin, continue. Sorry.
Seasons, shows, characters.
Universe.
but yeah, when he's writing and directing something for this universe that he's created, to me that screams like he's giving it his all. Like that is an essential thing for this universe.
I mean, even look at Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. That was probably some of the best stuff that Marvel has done in that phase. Like, not even as a joke. Like, the Holiday Special is very good.
Yeah, but what's confusing me is, Amir, you're saying he consistently hits 7s. Then you're saying
No. I'm saying
he writes and directs everything he does.
James Gunn at his worst is a 7.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is bad for a James Gunn movie, but it's still better than the majority of the MCU.
I think it has some bad jokes, but I think it has a lot of heart.
Do you actually love Guardians? Do you like it more than I do?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
So, what don't you like that you've seen of James Gunn?
No, I'm saying.
You haven't seen Peacemaker and you haven't seen Creature Commandos. What don't you like about James Gunn?
I like his work. I'm saying he's just working on so many things that something is bound to be a whiff. Because I think he's never really had a real whiff other than the Suicide Squad just bombed, but it's not a whiff of a movie. I'm saying I'm just kind of worried if he's working on so many things, he's bound to whiff at some point. That's just
if you're going based off a law of averages, then if everything he's doing has been a 7, but a law of averages, it should be going back to 7, right?
He's bound for a whiff at some point. He's down for if Christopher Nolan is whiffing with Tenet, James Gunn, I bet she's gonna whiff on something.
No, that's not a valid thing though, because Tenet is it's a bad
You haven't even seen it.
it's a bad Nolan movie. It's not a bad movie.
Beautiful.
I heard a lot of people say it wasn't a good movie.
Hmm?
You haven't even seen it, bro.
I'm not saying that's why I said a lot of people said that, bitch.
No.
Easy.
Tenet is
You haven't read No Drama.
Tenet is the weakest Nolan movie, but Tenet is not a bad movie in my opinion. I still think there are a lot of redeemable aspects to that movie. I've seen it a few times. It's a very rewatchable movie because you kind of have to movie is built, right? But Tenet, Tenet in regards to the, you kind of have to put what we're talking about.
Christopher Nolan is still better. Is still hitting much better movie would.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Where your concern comes from, but James Gunn knows what he's doing and knows what he's capable of. He might be thin, and if he thinks that he can do it, then I think that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about in this or?
I think it was strong. I think it gives me more Marvel Studios. I already love. I love the first trailer more, and everyone really wanting to bring him up and believing in Superman, and like Alvan was saying that he loved in the first trailer, them not having a title card. They're just so confident and yeah, you know what this movie is. We're not going to have a logo essentially in the trailer, so I think that this was a great outing for Superman, and I'm hoping that the rest of the marketing is as strong as this. Because they said that they were going to Barbie this movie in terms of marketing. They're like, we were going to spend a lot of money and put it out there in the world. Because I think they're hoping this hits $1 billion like Barbie did. So I hope sooner rather than later they start amping it up. Because I've been seeing more Fantastic Four stuff than I have for Superman. So I would love to see just more people get excited. Because my coworkers, surprisingly, some of them said it's got them less excited for the movie, which I was like, really? They thought it was too long. They said, oh, it should have been an hour or a minute 20 or a minute 30 rather than 3 minutes. But I loved the trailer. I was like, man, give me more. I was so excited.
It flowed well. I think it went by really fast.
Yeah. 3 minutes. I was surprised. I didn't think it was 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is that it? Any other thoughts, gentlemen?
I think we're all excited. We just gotta wait 2 months. Hopefully, we get a slam dunk.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. We have faith in James. We'll see what he does.
Yeah, let the man cook.
Yes.
Right.
Let us know in the comments below what you guys thought of this trailer. Is it better than the first one? Is it better than the sneak peek? This is my favorite of the trailers that we've seen. Very little crypto, a lot of Superman. That's really great stuff. I hope just in the next trailer we see a little bit more of Lex Luthor without really spoiling too much. But yeah, I'm excited to see what comes. I think DC is in good hands. Yeah, I think we've said it, boys. This has been the What Would You Think crew. It's been me, Omid.
It's me, Alvan.
Have a great one, guys. It's me, Amir.
See you guys.
Have a good night, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button.
Boom.
Okay, bye.